Welcome to Maggie Vee. She is a 2008 MacGregor 26M in very good condition. When we did the anti-fouling about a year ago, we put the ablative type on so that all she needs is a power wash and a new coat of anti-fouling can just be painted over the top of her. We put new rudders on just recently. She has a Honda 4-stroke 50 horsepower outboard motor, which has been recently serviced. The transducer for the Garmin chart plotter has been added to this boat, so you've got charts wherever you go, in any lakes and what have you, and close to shore. All the mooring lines have been replaced. She has a brand new jib, Genoa, which was replaced probably about March this year, because the old one was getting pretty old, so we replaced that. Anyway, she's all packed up on the trailer and we're ready to put the tarpaulin over her for the winter season, so that should be nice and safe when it snows and blows. Mind you, this is Texas, doesn't snow much. She is registered for the next 2 years, just did that recently, and the trailer is registered if you're in Texas for the next 12 months, so she's all ready to go. Okay, I think we've seen enough down here. How about we go on board? This is the cockpit area. The bimini at the back there is underneath the cover, the black cover, and you just unzip it and open up the bimini, which is nice when you're sailing and you need a bit of shade. This is what it looks like from a captain's point of view. Your main helm has the engine controls on the right, rev counter in the middle, key and what have you at the bottom, steering wheel or helm, and the Garmin right in front of you. But from this position you get a really good view up and down the boat. We come back up the boat, in the cockpit, up on the side panels. We can open one up and there's the fuel tank. It has 2 tanks like this, and they give it a lot of range, especially because that Honda doesn't use very much gas to travel. Up on the top there you see the clutches. We have 3 clutches, and of course all the blocks up the front to run sheets and stuff all the way, and main halyard all the way back to the cockpit, so it cuts down the amount of climbing you have to do on the side of the boat. But we'll go and do that right now. Let's go and have a look. As we come to the spreaders, you can see that there's the 2 lights that are mounted on the spreaders. They give a really good lighting on the deck at night. Connections are down there. That's just in front of the centerboard where the mast sits, and of course the blocks are there for running the halyards and things to the back. That's our hatch, which we can see when we get inside and have a look at the bee berth. And right in front of that, as we go over here carefully, there's the anchor locker. It's a little bit sort of unwieldy moving around on deck with the mast down, but it's not too bad. And of course up front is where the forestay connects, and that's the base of your mast right there, which is a swivel mast. So it turns as the sail moves the boom, the mast moves with it. Let's go take a look inside. Coming into the cabin, down below the ladder, is a hatch which covers the 2 batteries. You can see the charging cords down there, the connections, and on the table to our left there's the actual chargers themselves, which just connect into normal power. In the stern of the boat, on the stern sleeping area, stern bunk, there is the stainless steel extending ladder that we got to make it easy to get in and out of the boat when she's in the water, and also the equipment for raising and lowering the mast, which makes it very easy to raise and lower the mast. And the galley area, the galley has an alcohol stove, which we've actually never used. We tend to use the gas stove, which is going to be coming with this vessel. We replaced the 4-switch panel, electrical panel on this boat with a 6-switch one. The last 2 switches on the right, the first one is for the masthead spreader lights, which means you've got light on the boat deck when you're at night, and the second one of course is for powering the Garmin, so it's on the switch panel. We also have a cigarette lighter socket, USB sockets, and a little gauge telling you the status of the voltage of the battery, like so. Moving up the port side, we actually have the boom and sail sitting on the settee there. While the mast is down, it's easier to carry it inside the boat. Because we're selling the boat, we decided not to replace the mainsail, simply because the new buyer might want a racing sail or something like that. That sail itself is the original that the boat came with it in 2008, so it's getting a bit old, but we did make an adjustment to the price we're asking to include a new sail. The sail cover, however, is new this year. It's only a couple of months old because the old one got really bad. Down below we have our fenders. As we move forward, on the starboard side we have the head with its own closing door, which is really useful for modesty reasons. And up forward, even though you can't see it, there's actually the V berth up the front there, but we've covered it with all the cushions for the cockpit and the stern of the boat and what have you. Maggie Vee also comes with mosquito netting for the forward hatch and the main hatch, so it makes it a bit nicer sleeping at night. So that's Maggie Vee. Welcome aboard.